Got it now, no baby.
That's what the street been waiting
Professional
for.
hood shit. My niggas, let's do it. 6 shots out of the Wesson, so much purple, a drought is out of the question. Blow your heart out of your chest then lay low in the Trump duplex down on the west end. Focus on what I invest in. Got married to marijuana, yeah, and the connect is my best man. Even though the game
This is suicide.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Knowles YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another movie review. And this time we got James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I really off the gate, just go ahead and put it out there. I enjoyed this movie a lot. It is not like the best comic book movie out. It's not even one of the best R-rated comic book movies out. To me, in my opinion, that movie is still. I want to give it to Logan, but in my opinion, if you want it to be me, as far as what I feel, I think Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade, is still one of the best rated R comic book movies out. Deadpool, I know people got Deadpool, people got Logan. I got Logan. I was about to say Logan, but me, my personal opinion, and the movie that I can still watch to the day, and I think is phenomenal, is Wesley Snipes' Blade, which is Marvel. But anyway, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this movie as far as, is it a sequel or is it a reboot? To me, it is I think it's a straight up sequel, soft reboot. Cause you don't have to go back and watch David Ayer's Suicide Squad, but if you did, you can go right into this and it wouldn't stray away from anything. I feel like even if you watch Birds of Prey, you can still go into this and it's fine. Like, I don't feel like it's a reboot. I don't feel like it's a sequel. I feel like it's just its own movie. But if you wanted to watch David Ayer's Suicide Squad or not, it wouldn't make no difference. This is its own movie. One thing I will say is, I wouldn't mind seeing Bloodsport, Idris Elba's Bloodsport, and Will Smith's Deadshot on the same movie. I wouldn't mind. But if you ask me which one I enjoyed a little bit better, I have to say Idris Elba. But they did have a different director which had more free range than David Ayer had. If David Ayer had a little bit more free range, I think it would have been a lot better movie. But the thing about that first Suicide Squad was Will Smith pretty much was the heart, and whatever you want to say with that first movie, which I think Idris Elba was with this movie. He was a leader. He was phenomenal as far as having charisma. I gotta be honest, man. I have not seen Idris Elba like this in a role. He was funny. He was funny, but he was a badass at the same time, but he was funny. It's a scene in here involving some rats or whatnot, and I'm telling you, I honestly laughed out loud, and I was looking at it like, wow, this shit was actually funny. It was if not the funniest scene in the movie for me. And characters like John Cena surprised. If this is what I will say about people who always, I think a lot of people are not a fan of John Cena's acting or whatnot. This is the thing. It's the same thing I feel like with a guy like The Rock. You get a director that knows what he's doing as far as how to work with certain characters and people, you're going to get something special out of these actors. You've seen good actors be in shitty movies and play a shitty part because they didn't have good writing. So when you look at a movie like this and you got all these actors and everybody in here, and you got an actor like John Cena who come from wrestling similar to The Rock, he did an excellent job in this. And one thing I will say about this movie is I knew who was going to die and who wasn't. I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised. I said these people are going to die. Man, at the beginning, oh my gosh, come on, man. At the gate, I'm going to say something. James Gunn, I'm not going to give nothing away. I want to spoil it, but James Gunn has this one act, and you know who I'm talking about. This guy's in most of, not all, his movies. If whenever he puts this one guy, you know who I'm talking about. He's a very well-known actor. I ain't gonna say he's the biggest actor in the world, but he's been in like top shows. I'm gonna give you a hint. He was in The Walking Dead. But anyway, James Gunn puts this guy in a lot of his movies. He was in The Belko Experiment. He been in Slither. But if he puts this guy in this movie and he puts him in a movie like this, he's gonna die. I know off the gate that guy gonna die. But the way the movie starts, I wasn't surprised when people was dying or whatnot. I said, okay, I know where this is going. I know who's gonna die, who's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I ain't gonna say it gives away in the trailer, but I mean, if you watch the trailer and you pretty much you know you're gonna have to have a certain people go out throughout the movie. Now, I'm gonna be honest. No. Everybody that I thought was gonna die did, and they straight up. I did. I'm gonna say I feel like certain people didn't die that I thought was. I thought certain main characters. I said one of these people gonna die. I feel like they gonna take one of these people out. And honestly, I thought it was gonna be one person, but it wasn't. But everybody else I knew was just, the main thing with me is a person didn't die. That was it. Everybody I thought was gonna die, they did. But it didn't hurt the movie for me. It didn't take it away. Like I wasn't like I was sitting there like, oh, I can guess this. I know what's gonna happen. No, the only thing I was pretty much guessing on is who was gonna die, which I was right on. As far as how the movie was gonna go and whatnot, I couldn't guess that, and I did not know. I didn't know where the movie was gonna go, how they was gonna do it or whatnot. And I gotta be honest, watching the trailers, and when I found out who the villain was gonna be, I was like, I don't know, man. How they gonna do this? How they gonna make this work? And it works. It does work. And it's some good scenes in here with a character called, is it Ratcatcher? I think Ratcatcher 2. I love that character. I enjoyed that character. Polka Dot Man, I enjoy his character. James Gunn knows how to work with these DC characters that people don't really even know or don't know about, or they don't pay no mind to. He threw a bunch of DC characters in here, and these, don't forget it, these are all DC characters that he threw in here. Whether or not you know them from the comics or not, these are characters from the DC universe. Probably my favorite out here, like I said, is going to be Bloodsport, Idris Elba's character. Him and King Shark. I enjoyed both of those. Harley Quinn was Harley Quinn. I don't feel like Margot Robbie, hope I'm not saying her name right, but Harley Quinn's character overall, I don't feel like she brought nothing different or nothing out of the way to the character. I feel like this is the character. And I do want to say, I feel like I don't want to see nobody else play Harley Quinn unless they go a route like they did with Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. If you go that route, okay, I want to see somebody else maybe do that. And if y'all going that route though. But as far as this Harley Quinn, I will say this. In James Gunn, I felt like this was the most Harley Quinn comics books version we have got in a movie. I will say that. I feel like James Gunn was able to bring that out of these characters. As far as, if you want to say it's a little drama here, I guess so. It's some heartfelt moments in here. I say that. I don't feel like it was dramatic moments where you were saying like, oh no, guys, whoa. No, I didn't feel like that. Honestly, I did, in my opinion. Heartfelt moments, I felt like he had some of those. We had some very good character chemistry. The cast in this movie all worked together greatly. It wasn't no point where you were sitting there like, they don't look like they like each other, or they don't look like. Everybody worked together. The chemistry was great. And I'm going to say this again. This is one of my favorite roles I've seen Idris Elba in, really. He seemed like he let loose, he let go. And not only that, Viola Davis as Amanda Wallace is perfect. It is perfect. When they casted her in this role, it is perfect. And I hope she's going to be in more DC films other than Suicide Squad. I would love to see her in some opposite of Suicide Squad, but if this is the main thing we're going to have her in, I'm with it. And you ain't going to tell me we're not going to get some sequels, because I'm pretty sure they're going to go through the DC archives, start getting some more characters and gathering them up and whatnot. But as far as the movie in a whole and just the story overall, not the jokes all land. Of course not. I mean, this is a James Gunn movie. You look at Guardians of the Galaxy, no, the jokes don't land. But one thing I'm going to say, James Gunn is very, very, very good when he's able to do R-rated material. I feel like he's let loose. He doesn't do what a lot of other directors do as far as trying to make the R rating what it is. I'm going to make sure you know this is R rated. I'm going to do this and that and the third. Don't get it twisted. This is R rated for a reason. It's got gore on gore on gore. It's got certain shots where I was like, damn, y'all would have made this. How did this get past the R rating showing that? I'm telling you, there's some shit that's showing in here that's not just gore. There's certain other things in here they showing. But they definitely take it there. It ain't no hold back. It ain't nothing that holds back. The violence is there for everything, and the situations is there for. It's not unnecessary violence. It's violence because this is a Suicide Squad. And one thing I will say is, I feel like after certain people start dying, it got to a point where nobody was dying. Like, it was good, all good until certain points. And then they did take out people. I was like, oh, okay, y'all took out like 2 main people. But it was people that I thought was going to die. I was just waiting on these people to die. That was my only thing with this, seriously, when I was watching this. But overall, as far as being a top-notch DC movie, it's definitely up there. Definitely. As far as being one of the top DC movies, I can't put it up there. Like I said, Dark Knight Trilogy is still 3 of the top DC movies to me. Man of Steel probably number 4. And I can't say number 5 right now. I have to think. But as far as just bringing that, if they are going to try to, even with this being rated R, if they want to make some type of connection to this, like Flashpoint and all those other DC movies, they can. They can. It wasn't already to the point where they got to separate themselves from DC movies and whatnot, similar to what probably like Joker. Like, but then again, when they doing Flashpoint, so they can bring Joker in, they can do whatever they want to do. This is a comic book universe. This is comic book movies, man. I'm just saying. But as far as a connection, they can do that, and it wouldn't hurt anything, in my opinion. As far as if they wanted to connect this to other movies, but if you're going in this looking for any type of other DCUE, as far as other DC movie connections or whatnot, you're not going to get that. As far as DC characters, you'll probably get some here and there. It is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene, which I think you definitely should check out. And as far as just overall with everything else, and the movie just being good overall, it is. It's a very good movie. It's got some flaws here and there, but it's not nothing nowhere where it was with that first David Ayers Suicide Squad. And to be honest, I would really love for James Gunn, if he does a sequel to this, to bring I want to see Will Smith and do some of these characters come in here. I would like to see Jared Leto's Joker possibly come back. But overall, I did enjoy the movie. I think it's a very good DC Comics movie. Rewatchable, yeah, it is. But I mean, it ain't something I'm rushing to rewatch right now. It wasn't that good. It was good, but it wasn't that good in my opinion, as far as what I'm saying. But I enjoyed it overall, and I definitely would want to see James Gunn do more DC movies, 100%. But y'all let me know in the comment section. How did y'all feel about James Gunn's The Suicide Squad? Did it live up to the expectations, if you had expectations? Or did you not like it as good as David Ayers' Suicide Squad? Let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 300 subs. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to everybody checking out my videos, man.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.